visibility should be anywhere along the southeast coast. And of course in Florida, you know, we can normally see launches pretty much even from the west coast of Florida. We are under 10 minutes till the hoped-for launch of Vulcan Centaur. This mission is also kind of known as CERT 1. Oh, I know this shakiness is going to translate to my tranking. If you watched my launch earlier today, it was a little shaky. It wasn't quite as cold then. It was still some light in the sky. As I say, I'm still getting. And this one, I'm not 100% sure how it's gonna look. I'm going to do my stuff here. Get everything going. So hopefully we can juggle as many cameras as possible. So if you see some shaking, it's just I'm adjusting the other camera on this tripod and tightening these arms. I'm also going to attempt, I got to switch this over to program a couple minutes before, otherwise it'll lose focus. I haven't done that with this camera broadcasting live, so hopefully we'll still be able to get you a picture.
They're all the same. You always get butterflies. This one's really special because it belongs to our country, to our customers, and to the team that worked so hard, including you, Agent Sterling.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll let you get back to it so you can officially watch liftoff, and let's go.
Go Vulcan. Thank you.
We're about 14 minutes away from launch.
2:18 a.m. About 13 and a half minutes away from launch, about oh no, I'm just getting confused. 2:11 a.m. or 007:11 a.m. is when the count should pick up. There does not seem to be any indication that the count will not pick up at T-7. Just standing by waiting for confirmation that we will resume the count. Again, this is just tuning in. This is the maiden voyage of the Vulcan Centaur rocket, provided by United Launch Alliance, delivering the Peregrine moon lander to the moon, of course. Right now, our current time is 2:06 and 30 seconds Eastern Standard Time. 7:06 Universal Time. People in the local area, there's usually always a delay on these broadcasts, so if it looks like we're getting under a minute, if you're going to step outside, if you're not already, you should go outside, get ready to watch it. Thank you for joining us this evening, this morning, or whatever time it is right now. This will put something on the moon. I believe this is the first actual lunar landing attempt, manned or unmanned. This is unmanned, by the way. There's no since I believe 1972. Other countries recently in the past year or so have tried to attempt to land on the moon. I know India was successful last year. Russians didn't have quite the luck. Unaware. The Chinese, I know we've sent orbiters in the last 20 years or so, but this is the first. This is the first of several moon launches. There will be another moon lander launching at the end of January. That one's going to be in the daytime, from what I understand. So there are these brutal Florida winters. Actually have a little sun, hopefully. Yeah, you see the launch conductors, test conductors are doing their poll right now to see if they go to pick up the count. And everybody has voted unanimously to pick up the count. So we're getting closer. We should be seeing that countdown clock move in less than a minute. Oh, good. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's 2:11 and 8 seconds. I don't see the countdown clock moving, but that may or may not indicate an issue. Countdown here, countdown clock at Kennedy Space Center hasn't started moving yet. Now it's moving.
Control at T-minus 7 minutes of holding.
Yeah,
We anticipate releasing the hold in just a few moments.
2:18. 6:44. 12 and 6 or 18. So it looks like maybe 30 seconds after 18. So 2:18 and 30 seconds. Hold me on
The
that.
countdown clock has resumed. We are go for launch at 2:18:38 a.m. Eastern.
Yep, that was right. 2:18 and 38 seconds.
After liftoff, ULA's Vulcan rocket will head east from Space Launch Complex 41. Here's a look at today's ascent.
Following final confirmation of rocket and payload
Yeah, we're
reports,
under 6 minutes.
XL solid rocket boosters
T-minus 5 minutes and 50
four
seconds.
engines produce more than 1.7
To launch
million
a
pounds
Vulcan
of thrust
system.
to lift ULA's
Maiden
Vulcan
voyage.
rocket away from Cape Canaveral Space Launch
Go Vulcan,
Complex 41.
go Centaur. Go
Shortly
Panther.
after liftoff, the rocket begins a pitch over to attain the proper flight path while minimizing the dynamic pressure it experiences during flight. Vulcan then reaches Mach 1, the speed of sound. With the ability to add 2,
Beautiful night.
4, or
Albeit a
6
little
solid
chilly.
rocket boosters, or SRBs, Vulcan can be precisely configured to take any mission to space, low Earth orbit, and beyond. These boosters augment the rocket's total thrust at liftoff, adding approximately 460,000 pounds of thrust per SRB. With their propellant expired approximately 90 seconds into ascent, the SRBs burn out, followed by jettison. Jettison time is variable, occurring between 100 and 150 seconds after liftoff, depending on mission requirements. Vulcan's guidance system then activates to steer towards the precise target in space. First stage flight continues as the rocket crosses the Kármán line, entering space. With the majority of propellant expended as Vulcan fights against the force of gravity, the BE-4 engines shut down.
T-minus 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Separates.
I am
Rocket now
not
weighing
sure
less
of the
than
particulars of
10%
what
of
milestones are going to be reached here.
Dual
Sure,
RL-10C engines on ULA Centaur upper
Tank.
stage ignite.
Fuel tank pressurization will happen.
Capsule inside a 5.4 meter diameter payload fairing.
Probably engine
Provides
chill
a
down.
protective environment during ascent.
Those are usually two major
Following
milestones.
Centaur engine ignition, the payload fairing is jettisoned. First burn complete, the Centaur engine shuts down for a coast phase. Centaur flies a short, medium, or long coast, which is determined by launch date.
Taking the lids, can't come up with that
Further
one.
into flight, Centaur ignites for a second burn, powering the vehicle with a translunar injection burn. Following,
Breeze is Excuse me. Breeze is looking like it's keeping most of the moisture off of everything, so that's good. This time of night, usually the dew falls and it gets all wet. Double checking it. I think I'm ready. Again, after liftoff, we get a little shakiness. That's just because for some strange reason I'm shivering. We're kind of lucky, especially living in Central Florida. Especially in the last couple of years, these things happen every few days. They never get old to me. I've seen, I think this is number 316 for me. Under 3 minutes now. Under 3 minutes until launch of Vulcan Centaur. Gonna run out the clock here. Now, unlike the Falcon launches, this rocket's expendable. Nothing will be reused. Eventually, they will work on at least trying to recover the engines.
CLO2 PLP started.
We are under 2 minutes away from launch. The venting looks like it's stopped. That means the vehicle is reaching its operating pressures.
159.
T-minus 2 minutes.
Less than 1 minute and 30 seconds. T-minus 1 minute and 25 seconds to go. To the launch of Vulcan Centaur. From the launch complex 41, Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. Reporting live from NASA Kennedy Space Center. We're about 4 miles away from the pad. Oh, my battery. Less than a minute. We're going to try this. Gonna try switching it over. Hopefully it won't.
120. SDS now started.
T-minus 1 minute.
All right. Under 30 seconds. Under 30 seconds now. Got that going. I switched over to program. Got my recorders on. 11 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition. Ignition of Vulcan Centaur. And we have liftoff. Now we've cleared the tower. Now I'll start tracking it. Here comes the noise. Go Vulcan. Still going. I don't know. I'm sorry. It's... Yeah. See like little sparks coming off the back of the rocket. I'm trying to keep both these in frame here. As you can hear, it set off some car alarms. Going into the slight overcast.
Coming up in about 20 seconds of separation. Apparently that program did not changed it to manual focus. I apologize for that. So right now it's just a big blob.
We are in the thin overcast, so that's part of why this blob is there.
And we've hit our first throttle point on the B4s, everything looking good.
Everything appears to be nominal.
And we have passed through Mach 1, we are now supersonic, coming up on max Q. At max dynamic pressure, everything looking good. We're rolling off on the SRBs. And we have cutoff on the SRBs, coming up on jettison in approximately 30 seconds. Jet, 4s, continue to operate now.
It's kind of a white glow.
Continue activity.
If people are watching it in Florida, usually you see
And we have
an orange glow, but the
separation
methane
of
boosters,
both SRBs.
methane
Everything
engines,
looking good. B4s continue
kind of a
to
white
operate
glow. Of course, probably what you're seeing on the screen is just a big glow, because
We are now
I don't really use this video
We
camera
just
that
heard
often.
confirmation
Now you're
of
probably seeing
solid
like a
rocket booster jettison. We have about 3 minutes until we
Pentagonal,
reach our
hexagonal
next mission
shape.
event, booster engine cutoff.
continue correcting towards the nominal MR. Everything
she still looks good.
both engines continue.
We're 2 minutes and 50 seconds into flight. I say I didn't really see the pronounced booster separation, but
And we fired the power valve, activating the reaction control system.
and again, I'm all over
On
the
the upper
place.
stage,
Oh,
pressures
we
are
might actually
rising.
see. You know, we're looking at it through a very high, thin
B4 continues to operate normally.
cloud layer. Yeah, I don't know what I hit, but I'm certainly not a program because the screen shouldn't be doing that. But,
Vehicles continue to fly down the center of the range.
for those of
track,
you
everything
along the
looking
coast,
good.
between Florida and probably
33
south,
miles in altitude,
probably Georgia,
52 miles
by now it's high enough in the
downrange,
sky that
traveling
you
at
should be
4,000
seeing
miles per hour.
the white glow. Again, it's different. White glow is very different from most rockets that we're used to. Yeah, this thing's going all over the place. I don't even know. I'm just going to keep tracking it again. I'm not really a professional
Over 2 Gs in each time.
per se,
Good body rates.
and I have been known to
47
make silly
miles in
mistakes,
altitude,
including
95
losing
miles
tracking.
downrange at 5,500 miles per hour.
Okay, it's still there, but I have lost it. Turn the streak off. So we are going to go back down to the pad. Possibly, if I can find the pad. There's the pad. Yeah, I can see. Look at that. Look at all that steaming pad. Just the steaming pad.
Booster main continue to operate normally. And we've begun boost space chill. Housing temps are dropping as expected.
Should have Vulcan staging by now. We'll stand by to see if we have separation. It's kind of hard now. The solid rocket booster exhaust is moving kind of south, so I think it's blocking the view
We have cut off.
of 1 dot.
Center separation. We have Vulcan center separation. Everything looking good. Coming up on the center phase.
So we really don't know, but we should have separation by now.
Data loss here. Cover the data. Center engines are up
And we can confirm as of 18 seconds ago that the rocket did in fact stage, and the Centaur upper stage ignited. Fairing jettison is also confirmed.
Steady state operating levels.
So it appears that we've had a successful maiden voyage of Vulcan Centaur. Congratulations to ULA. So you can see results
at
of my
T+5
pictures and
minutes, 57
our
seconds.
pictures and stuff,
We just
both in
heard
SpaceX
flight
page,
commentator Rob Gannon confirm the
Cosmo
successful
Knowledge,
completion of the
and
early phase of
sortocalculus.net.
and all systems continue to operate
We
nominally.
won't get our cameras back
Our
from the
next
pad
event,
for at least
main
another
engine
hour or
cutoff will
so.
occur in about 10 minutes.
We won't be back to the
While we
house
wait,
for a
I'm
while.
joined
So there'll be a little
by
delay. I
Amanda
don't
Pichetti,
have the
ULA
computer here to
Director
start
of
doing
Vehicle
stuff
Upgrades. Amanda,
right
thank
away.
you so much for joining us.
I'm sure you'll see
and
other
I know it's still
people
early,
have
but
more instantaneous pictures.
congratulations.
So I thank you for
as well.
joining
This is
in.
amazing.
How did
This
it
is
feel
sort
to
of
watch the
calculus.
Vulcan rocket lift off for the first time?
Sign
Oh,
off.
just absolutely
Get this stuff in
amazing.
the
I
car,
didn't expect
warm
it
up.
to be the way it was. It's
See
just
you
my
on the
heart
next
is
launch.
still pounding. It was excellent, and just I'm so proud of all the work that the team.